Hi Gemini, happy Valentine's Day. This is going to be a tarot only read, no astrology, and let's get right into it. This is going to be general messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, having to do with love only. I won't be doing any sort of interpretation regarding career or family connections, anything like that. Guys, it's going to be all about love. So I'm going to be getting the crowning energies from the Lenormand deck. This is my most spiritual deck, I do feel. So I figured it would be perfect to pull out for the love reads. I hope you guys are doing great today. So we're going to be pulling a couple of different spreads. The one spread is going to be if the person is in your energy field. So whether you guys are together or not, if you have somebody in particular on your heart, okay, that has to do with love in your energy field, you guys would be part of that first read. If you are, single as a Kringle and you have nobody in your energy field, you're going to be listening into that second spread, okay? That's like you have nobody in your energy field at all, okay? So let's see what we can get for crowning energies. Please, messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Guys, I do also want to say, if you happen to know your fifth house and seventh house placements, if you happen to know what signs are on those, especially your fifth house, I would definitely check that the messages for that one, okay? Because fifth house has to do with intimacy. Okay, so let's get these. I don't read in reversals. So some sort of message is coming in, Gemini. If you notice, these are very different looking than regular tarot cards, right? So you have the Seven of Spades here in the corner and the Ten of Hearts here. So there's some sort of message that's coming in, and I feel like that message is going to prompt some sort of movement forward. Some of you may be actually going on a trip in the 3D, on a bus, on a plane, on a train, some sort of movement forward. This could even be a road trip. But it's because of something, a piece of news that came in that's going to prompt this movement forward. So for some of you, this can be the offer of going away on a vacation. For others of you, this could be the offer to move forward to this next level in a relationship. For others of you, this could be the decision within a connection to maybe move, buy a new house, plan a vacation. And this is all cracking open throughout the course of February. So if you're not resonating with, just give the energy a chance to do its thing, guys. So there's this movement. There's movement coming in. There's movement because of some sort of communication coming in. So even though it's a letter, it can certainly be anything that we know more in the modern day. Because these are antique based. It's the best way I can put it without going into a long-winded. Lenormand is one of the original tarot decks. It's what Napoleon used to pull for himself every day. Any messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm using the vice versa tarot, guys. I don't read these in reversals either because they are naturally reversed. So if it comes out upside down, I turn it right side up. Okay, let's pull the cards and then we'll... Okay. Okay. Well, why don't we look at where you guys are coming from? You're coming from this very sort of desolate space, right? It's a bit of a desolate space. And there's healing, though, that's going to be happening from this. Because this is about death. And it's Scorpio energy, so it's Pluto. But this is about recognizing that whatever you guys were doing before up to now, not working for you. So it needed to end. Some sort of cycle needed to end. I want to clarify this. Even if you guys are in a relationship and you've been married for 35, 40, 50 years, whatever, there is an ebb and flow inside of every relationship. So this just tells me that there was an ending, but there was a new beginning with this. So I really like it. You see the luminary of the sun. So this is the opposite of the death card. You know what we say, death is an ending, but simultaneously there's a rebirth. And that rebirth is typically blessed with the Pope in some cards, but always certainly the luminary of the sun, if you're lucky, if it's going to be reborn. So there was an ending, but with this desire to actually kind of, redo. And I just think it's funny that, you guys are Gemini, you ruled by Mercury, we're dealing with the Mercury retrograde and everything. As you can see, I can't even speak. I'm like but really good energy. So the foundation right now, if you guys are, if you're in a relationship that's within your energy field, we have this page of wands. So this is about really feeling a fire in your belly to actually very much move something forward. And this is a very kind of like seductive energy. There's a lot of passion here. There's movement, there's excitement, and there are fresh ideas in this energy. So I really like it. Okay, nice. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So now we're really like, focusing on what's necessary in the 3D, mental, physical, emotional connection. What do we need for money? We feel all of this passion, but now let's sit down and have the conversation. What do we need to do to make this happen? And I like this energy. I really do, because it's besides the fact that it's very positive, because I love anything pentacle, because it has the idea to do with connection as well as resources. This is the Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. So there's a willingness here to put in the hard work, there's a recognition here, Gemini, that you guys know and your partner knows, whatever next stage you guys are going into, it's going to require some hard work. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. You can't escape the hard work, but Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and there's a lightness there, right? And that's all about luck and expansion, so it's about blessings through the work. So I really, really like that. Yeah, and you guys are just moving out of the unhealthy. You're moving out of the unhealthy. This is the more positive aspect of that Six of Swords energy, where there's a you've already left the unhealthy behind, and you guys are focused on moving into much healthier waters, right? Much healthier waters. And then we have the Devil energy here as the foundation. So there's got to be a recognition of the imbalances in this relationship. Now, you may still be dealing very actively with some sort of imbalance within this connection. If it doesn't have to do with an addiction, it certainly has to do with an imbalanced mindset. So if there's a lot of anxiety at play, if there's still a lot of fear of intimacy, though I have to tell you, I'm not getting that very strongly. I'm getting somebody might be struggling with a lot of depression, anxiety, just general overall fear, but like just these fears of something, but where there's this level of imbalance. This could also be somebody even needing to figure out how to use money more responsibly, and just figuring out the wrinkles in the relationship that need to be figured out, because this is going to be a foundation, and this is an inescapable thing that needs to be addressed, but it's not going to be addressed overnight. The Devil energy, I mean, at the end of the day, right, we those of you who've been watching tarot for a while understand, there's more of a self-imprisonment sensibility than anything else to this. And it isn't everything that's imbalanced that anyway, right? Yeah. So, I mean, this is definitely recognizing where the imbalance actually played a role in the demise of the relationship in the first place, if you're in that space, or the issue that needed to be looked at so that you guys could evolve into this next phase, this next cycle together. So we have the Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands, rather. I'm sorry. And in the reverse, the this is very much it's a Mars and Leo, right? But it's like on this reverse side, it's this lack of willingness to fight, to push your agenda or your ego forward, because you feel like you're not totally being heard. And this is something that you're feeling, Gemini. You're feeling that you're not sure if everything that you're talking about to your partner, everything that you're expressing, you know they're listening to you, but you're not totally sure if they're hearing you. And this is just kind of the way you're feeling right now. And the reason you're feeling like that is because you are going to be needing to deal with some conflict. I mean, this is a Five of Wands conflict, and the Five of Wands is a battle of the wills and trying to make clear what your will is and what your desires and your wants are, and to feel heard. And with the Seven of Wands here with the reversal, it's you feeling like you're not being heard in the way that you feel like you need to be. Okay, so this is what's crossing you, and this is going to be at any point in February, guys, okay? And not a shocker, because this is truly the energy of wonky communication, especially for Geminis and Virgos. Especially, I mean, this is your ruling energy. It's your ruling planet. Your fear is that you're not going to be able to build in the relationship. Your fear is that you're not going to tap into the architect energy here, which is all about building. This is Mars and Capricorn. It's like, boom, let's make it happen. Let's do the hard work. Let's roll up our sleeves. Yeah. And you're scared on some level that you're going to get to a certain point and then somebody's going to stop showing up. And you're afraid. But this is fear. Okay. I'm not going to say it's not real, but it's kind of not real. Because this is very much in your mind as a fear, as fears usually are, right? But then we have as the outcome, we have the Six of Wands. I like this. This is Jupiter and Leo, luck and expansion, and having your ego fed, but in a healthy way. We all have ego, and we all have healthy ego, and then we have unhealthy ego. This is in a good way, guys. This is feeling supported. This is feeling like very excited and passionate about moving things forward in a way where you feel like you're finally getting the respect that you've been looking for in the relationship, and you're able to give that respect. And this is the card of victory. This is the card of recognizing that you guys have been through a lot and that it's going in a really good direction. And yeah, beautiful. Here we go. Ace of Wands. Lovely. Beautiful. So much passion and so much fire to move this thing forward. So this is your near future energy. So I like this. I mean, we go from having the death energy to a brand new future. So that's what I have for those of you who are Gemini, who are in some sort of connected, committed energy. And I'm just going to say it like that best, right? But let's pull a couple of love oracles for you guys, and then we'll go into the singles. Singles. Single as a kringle. Okay, let's pull a couple of heart oracles for you guys. Surrender, acceptance, wait, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point to trying to change that which is beyond our control. It's so much easier said than done, right? And then we have wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. I do feel like there is this sense of urgency, though, about this. I don't know why I feel like that. Cupid's arrow, palm tree, the chaser. So the chaser in a codependent relationship, this is about having a fear of abandonment. So this could definitely be that devil energy, guys, that we were mentioning before. You know, with the fear that we were talking about. It could certainly be that. But then we have palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, flexibility, endurance. And then we have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation, meeting has surprise invitation or meeting. So that's what I get with this. Some sort of surprise something is coming in this month for you, Gemini. Some sort of correspondence, some sort of messages coming in. It's got to do with love. It's all good. For many of you, it's going to result in there being an actual trip in the 3D. For others of you, it's just going to be this evolving forward into this next phase. But what I like about it is there's no stagnation here. There's movement forward. So that's really, really good. Really good. So I hope that resonated with those of you who are in a connection. And let's go on to those of you who are single. Single, single, single. Oh, these are still going to be your crowning, okay, regardless. That's for Gemini, regardless if they're in a union or not. So let me keep those Lenormand out. I'm going to pull your spread, and then we'll circle back and see how that all relates, okay? Guys, remember with the vice versa tarot, I don't read the reversals. So if it comes out like that, I turn it upright. Well, there's change going on for you, that's for sure. So for those of you who are single with nobody specific in your energy field, I feel like you're coming from this space where you are ready for this new beginning. You're finally ready. You really are ready. Or at least you think you're ready. Right? I just want to know, Gemini, those of you who are single, make sure you're being honest with yourself, because we have the High Priestess reverse here. So we have the High Priestess reverse. It's about not being totally tuned in to your intuition and not being 100% honest with yourself, either about how ready you are to start a new relationship or being in a really like a healthy enough space that you want the relationship for the right reasons. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's so that you're ready to actually share yourself and your life, and not just because you're lonely, right? Because it does entail a lot more than that, as you guys know. So you just want to, really remind yourself of that. Yeah. So we have the King of Cups here in the reverse. So there is this sense of closing off. I feel like there's such a fear in some of you who haven't been with anybody in a while, and you're just scared to death to really, really open up, to just really open up. It's like you're saying you want to meet somebody, and I do believe you do. The cards, I'm vibing that from the cards, but I'm also getting a lot of fear. And we have the Nine of Swords as the crowning energy. This is very self-imprisoned kind of mentality where there's anxiety about this. So you're at one time feeling this fear of letting your heart open. Now, maybe you were very hurt in the past, and again, this only goes for those of you who are really in the space of wanting a new relationship. Because if you don't want a new relationship, there's no point, first of all, in watching a love read. But also, there's nothing wrong with not being ready for love. But I'm getting that somebody is saying that they're ready, but they're not being 100% honest. I don't know, Gemini. There's a lot of fear, because swords are truth and swords are words, and it's these, and with this energy, it comes off as thoughts, and it's these thoughts, this reflection, this deep reflection on these past experiences that have somehow created this fissure in your soul, or this type of scar that you're very much needing to deal with. Yeah, you're just so scared of things being unfair. I mean, this is it. You're petrified of things not being fair. You're very scared of not finding the love that you want. I mean, Libra is about being fair, yes, but Libra is also ruled by Venus. And Venus is all about, you know, our heart space and love and our connection to money and everything that we love. And it's our self-worth and how much we love ourselves. But this is the reversal. So this is not being able to see, kind of like the forest for the trees kind of thing. You know, it's like you have all of this emotion, you have this desire, and you have all of this want to be in a relationship, but you don't want to lose the lessons in anything that you've been through in the past, and you also don't want to hold on to anything in your past or any negative conditioning from your childhood as you try to move forward, because you don't want that to sabotage you. Beautiful. Judgment. This is you right now. Judgment is about assessing everything that you've been through and getting to the point of healing yourself and forgiving yourself for any poor choices you've made in the past, for allowing yourself to be involved with certain people in the past, or even forgiving yourself for closing yourself down and out. Like many of you may have just sort of dropped out of the whole scene having to do with relationships for a time period. You know, and that overprotection is not really healthy for you. Well, I feel like you're coming to this conclusion where you're ready to forgive yourself because an external influence to you, this is external, is the Lovers. This is beautiful. Okay, I mean, you guys have this, I'm sorry, this is Two of Cups energy. And the Two of Cups energy is about you guys deciding and making the choice to move forward in a relationship together, okay? But this is somebody coming in and saying, this is what I want with you. I think we have a shared goal here as far as creating a foundation of a relationship, and this is really what I want for you. And then we have, in your fear position, we have the Ten of Wands, and this is very interesting to me because this is a Sagittarius, a Saturn and Sagittarius card. So this is about the hard work for moving forward. And Gemini, for a lot of you, I feel like you're very, very... you almost feel like, I'm not going to say intimidated, maybe vulnerable, afraid, not having the faith in yourself to be able to put in the level of hard work that is going to be that's going to be necessary to make this move forward. Now, for some of you, it could just be because you're just so damn tired, or you're very busy in your career, or you have other things going on. But this is a fear. You're actually afraid inside of yourself, like, I really want the relationship, but I don't know if I could actually do everything that relationship requires and that it demands, you know? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But now this is where I like the Tower. I like the Tower here because I'm understanding the Tower here to be the tearing down. This is a Mars energy. This is a Mars energy that's also linked to Aquarius, though. Okay, so let's think about that for a minute. Mars and Aquarius. Mars is like, boom, I'm pulling this down. It's the warrior planet, right? What's Aquarius? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is all about doing things differently. So that's this building coming down. This is an old, outdated set of ideas and ideals that you've been harboring and carrying in your soul. It's time for them to go, and it's time for you to do things differently. It just really is. It's time for you to do things differently. Absolutely. Beautiful. And then we have, as the future, we have the reverse set of the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is Saturn in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So I'm getting that you are in a space of feeling in the near future that you don't have the support in the love space with having to do with the mental, physical, or emotional connection that you need. But let's get some clearer understanding on that. Why would Gemini, after all of this wonderful, recognition of where you guys might be holding yourselves back, and then you have this offer coming in, and you recognizing that you have these fears of putting in the hard work. You don't think you do, but if you're really dead honest with yourself, I feel like a lot of you who've been single for a while have kind of created your own groove in your life. And the idea of having to, it's like you want somebody in your life and you want to do things different and new, but you also don't want to in any way, shape, or form give up any sense of freedom that you have. And I feel like some of you might be struggling with this idea of what it means to be just sort of independent within a union. You know, you might not be feeling very confident in yourself for that. Page of Pentacles is a new cycle. So there ends up being some conflict. And then the new side could be, okay, hold on, let me just pull the cards. Gemini, I have to tell you, I think somebody's coming in and I think you're going to sabotage it. Please don't come after me. I'm telling you what the cards are telling me. I think you're going to be making excuses why you can't be in this relationship when you certainly can be, because I have a good vibe from this person. This person is offering you this new beginning, having to do with mental, physical, emotional connection. Okay? The Five of Swords is about fighting over what's real, what's not. This is a Venus in Aquarius energy, and it's reverse. So Venus in Aquarius, this is telling me that, because when we see this in the reverse, this is typically like fighting over nothing. It's just like this is the kind of fighting where it's like fighting over something silly that you know you view as true and they view as true, and whose truth is truer, and this has to do with perspective. But this is a minor arcana. It's like more of an annoying kind of. It's more of like an annoying kind of energy. And because it's Venus having to do with love and Aquarius, but doing things differently, I feel like you're just not going to allow yourself, Gemini, to open yourself up enough to do relationship differently so that you can have this relationship give you the gift that it's supposed to give in your life. And you're just kind of digging your heels in and not wanting to start this new cycle with them. And in your mind, you're thinking, okay, well, you know, I need to protect myself. I don't know about doing things differently because I don't know all the information about this person. Well, no, of course you don't, because you don't know them yet. And you also are feeling very trepidatious because you don't know what's on the other side of it, and you're so petrified of getting hurt. Oh, you're so petrified of getting hurt, you don't want to let go of your singledom. That's what Eight of Cups is. It's having a really hard time leaving somebody behind, knowing that you need to move on, knowing that this is really a good thing for you. It's a good thing. And yet, you're holding on like, just, I don't even know. I can't come up with a good metaphor right now. But you're holding on really, really tight to not wanting to let go of the way your life was before you met this person. And you're going to be showing up in a very twisted version of yourself, Gemini. This is you. This is you. This is a Gemini energy. And in the reverse, it says that your shadow side is going to be coming out. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Gemini. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't. I feel like the intention that is being offered to you here is really, really nice. And I think you're really, really scared. And you know what? Can't say I blame you, because whatever is, you know, especially if we've allowed ourselves to sort of fall out of circulation for a while, it's so difficult to open ourselves up again. Nice. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Well, I feel like you're going to meet someone. There's going to be some issue. You're going to try to sabotage it. This person's not going to let you go. We have the Eight of Wands, such a gorgeous energy. I love this card because this is about communication coming in and there being, you know, something expressed that's positive that creates a very quick forward movement. All right, going back to the Lenormand, forward movement that's going to create a very stable situation for you. But there's almost a frenetic kind of moving forward with this, you know, which I really like. We can pick that up by accident. And then we have the Two of Wands in reverse here. So this is you realizing that you need to do things differently. Mars is like, boom. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. It's about looking at things with fresh eyes and just being in control. And you realizing, you know what? I have to do things differently. I have to give up a little bit of control of my life. I can't push forward in a healthy life if I don't let go of the reins a little bit. because not letting go of the reins is actually getting in the way of my ultimate happiness with this person who's coming in and trying to start something with me. This is always in reverse. This always means some sort of issue outside of the relationship. And it could be an independent issue with each of you. And this is a perfect example of that, of this incredible fear getting in the way of you guys being happy. But it's something that you just need to work out. And what I like about this, Gemini, is I feel like this person is going to be speaking to your soul in the most beautiful, communicative, emotional way that's going to be supportive of you just creating this transformation both internally and externally, and they want to be a part of it. This is a Sun and Scorpio energy. Remember, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and this is about transformation. And the Six of Cups energy is about love, and it's about connecting with life in the way that speaks to our heart space. It's like, this is the energy of like children, of our past, of things we knew at one point to be true. And this person is inciting this in you. They're making you feel safe. They're making you feel comfortable. And they're really helping you through this transformation so that you guys can have this relationship. But it's not going to be without making them work for it. Making them work. And I feel like, Gemini, for a lot of you, you guys are going to be doing that as a way of testing to see, you know, how sincere they are in their desire for you. So that I do see. I do see that coming in. Let's pull a couple of heart oracles for you guys. A message for you. Is this not what I said? The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Twin flame. Okay. All right, I kept cutting myself off. I hate when I do that. Sorry. So first, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Gemini. Oh. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yes. And then twin flames. I mean, okay. Passions ignite. Passions ignite. I don't really feel like I even need to pull the Island Wellness, but let's see what we have here. Heart with the key, cassette, keys on the ring. Okay, welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together perfect, outdated thinking and conditioning. Replaying events in your head. So really, this is about you just letting go of the past. Really letting go of the past and doing things, the keys on the ring, doing things in an unconventional way, different than you've been doing. Gemini, do I not say many times on this channel, if we want to do things differently, we have to do things differently. If you want different, you have to do different and be different. So I think this is really positive. It's a positive reading for all Geminis, actually. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week for the second week of February read. Okay, take care now. Bye-bye.